Hey everyone, welcome to Mind Your Business. I am Amma Duncan. I love to help individuals and businesses to grow through coaching, training, mentoring, writing, organizing events, and all that. Because you know what? I believe that especially we African women, we can create wealth and impact people. And this is why I also started the Fabulous Woman Network to celebrate and develop African women. Mind Your Business is my weekly podcast. And by the way, when I say my, I mean my team and I. Amma Duncan is not an individual. Amma Duncan is a whole village. So this is our weekly podcast where we share tips and tools to help you and I to develop ourselves and our businesses so that we can all create wealth and impact people. Now, sometimes I jab alone, I share tips alone. Other times I interview people. And today is one of those days that I have the privilege of interviewing a fabulous woman that I've had the opportunity to be in the same mastermind group with and just watched her grow and grow and grow. And I take a lot of inspiration from this woman. Her name is Priscilla Wellington. Okay, let me try her middle name. Mawenya. She's Priscilla Mawenya Wellington. And she's the Power Smile Ambassador, redefining customer service in Africa's hospitality and in the corporate space. She originated the Power Smile campaign. Priscilla is a certified professional trainer and certified customer service expert from the International Association of People's Performance Development, IAPPD. She's also a certified NLP practitioner from Reed Robbins Performance Solutions. She's a hotelier by profession, a hospitality consultant, customer service coach, and lead trainer at Customer Service Africa with a mandate to redefine customer service. She also founded Green Trek Tours and is the director of membership and board member of Women in Tourism International Alliance. Priscilla, was named the brand ambassador for the 5th Ghana Hoteliers Association Awards in 2022. She's one of Africa's most influential women in business and governance, finalist nominee in 2014, and a GIBS woman in ministry. Now, this GIBS is so interesting to me, so I'm going to ask her, it's going to be one of the questions I ask her about, just to explain who this woman is. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your cuppa and get ready. You call yourself a GIBS woman, and I remember when I saw it, I was like, what is GIBS woman? Oh, please. GIBS woman, Priscilla, the Power Smile Ambassador. Tell us what that means, GIBS woman.
Thank you, Amma. So the GIBS woman is basically a 21st century virtuous woman, which is in the Bible, the Proverb 31 woman. So over the years, I've been reading it, and then I got that acronym, which to me sums up the Proverb 31. So I'm a godly, industrious, beautiful, and sassy Power Smile Ambassador, redefining customer service.
Wow. Is the sassy for me? The sassy, no?
Yeah.
Wow. So thank you. I've had my first goosebump for this conversation. Let's see what else the Holy Spirit will drop. Now, I know that you are a full-time woman in business, unless you've been hiding a full-time employment from me. But as far as I know, you have you run businesses, a number of businesses full-time, and you have had a rich experience in this area of starting your own business in Ghana. And let me commend the fact that you are still in business, because I know that there's even statistics that goes to show that startups, about 80% of startups actually fail or stop, quit in the first 2 years. You have exceeded these number of years and you're still in business. First question regarding business. What inspired you to become a woman in business?
Okay, Emma. So first of all, what inspired me to, I hope that I don't take, let me just give a quick background. So when I was 17, I decided on 3 careers that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a cabin crew, a hotelier, and a businesswoman, which is, an entrepreneur. At that time, I was businesswoman. Well, I'm still businesswoman. So I pursued my first business for 2 years. It wasn't going well. And then I moved on to my second business, which is hotel. And I thrived. I loved the work. I loved the environment. I loved everything about hotel. And then after some years, I was pushed to go and do something else. And then I stopped to start my business. Now, what inspired me to start a business? I've always had at the back of my mind, I wanted to be my own boss, one. And I wanted to have the financial capabilities to take care of my mom at that time. And when I started doing hotel work and saw the investment with regards to training that has been given us in order to deliver on the job, I didn't understand why people weren't getting the same result as me, because we all went through the same training. And so the training is supposed to give us the results. But then I noticed that it wasn't happening like that. And then people didn't have the enthusiasm, the excitement for the job. And it bothered me. And so I thought that, okay, I wanted to do more in terms of customer service. So I've always wanted to do customer service. I think from 2009, I knew that I wanted to do customer service on a full scale. But then again, I didn't know how. Who starts a business and just say, I'm doing customer service, So the inspiration was giving value. I wanted people to get value for money. From a hotel background, if somebody is paying $100 even for a night, if somebody was paying $500, I didn't like the service to be different. Because at that time, I couldn't afford $100. So I didn't see why you would give the person paying $500 a better service. You want to do more, you are all over the place. But then if somebody paying $100, you think that, oh, okay. And then the mindset of, I'm doing it to get something. Mm-hmm. I didn't think it was right as well. So I thought that, okay, if I'm able to set up a business that can reorient people, that customer service is the real deal. And then when you deliver an exceptional service, think of it, the tips is enormous. I know people are amazed when my highest tip as a front desk personnel before I left hotel work was $2,000.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh my God. What? Say that again. Repeat.
Was $2,000 in a day.
Oh my God. No, wait. Pause here and tell me how you walked home that day. Did you fly?
Well, I'm going to expose myself because at that time, the policy of the hotel was, what you bring in is what you take out. Hey. So you have to explain how you got that amount. So I remember that day when I got the tip and I went to the washroom and I calculated it and I'm like, oh, so I called my uncle at the time. He's in the US and I said, Daddy, today I made $2,000. He said, huh? I said, yes. And I said, I don't know what to do because they'll be asking me so many questions and then I have to write reports and blah, blah, blah. He said, okay, hide it and bring it, So I just put the money in my pocket somewhere and then I went out of it. Now, this gave me a more reason to practice customer service, because I was a person, believe it or not, I didn't like tip. My kind of tip was delivering a service where the guest would say, "Oh, Priscilla, thank you so much. Can I send your GM an email? Or what can I do?" I was interested in those things because I believed that I wanted to be where I am today, so that I will have evidence that when you deliver service in an exceptional way, it doesn't just bring satisfaction, it brings joy to the client, and then you are assured of repeat business. There were some guests who moved to other hotels that I moved to because I was there. So I just, value for money was one of the main reasons for moving to start my own business, to be able to make impact, make money, and then be my boss. So mine was actually flipped the other way. I wanted to give value for money. I wanted to help businesses, employees deliver exceptional service to the customer, because it is a promise to the customer. You said when you pay, I will do this. So the customer expects you to do that. The exceptional service is going out of your way to make it memorable. Then make money and then be my own boss.
You smiled when you said be my own boss, and I'm just wondering what made you smile?
Because over the years, being my own boss has really been a blessing in disguise, because I have 3 kids and I have never had, I don't have help for a couple of years. And so juggling business and with kids, there are days that I really empathize with people that, are in full employment and they have kids, and maybe the child is sick or the child needs your attention or something, and you're not available. And so it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing to me.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And you've just answered my second question, which was going to be about this passion. I mean, whenever you're speaking, it's like, maybe we should stop saying customer service and call it Priscilla service or something. Like, it's just, you exude it. It shows all around you. You were one of my trainers for last 2 years or last year's customer service training. I was just watching you on the screen, just releasing. I'm like, hey, this woman, yes, we are all customer service trainers, but there are levels. There are levels. There are those who have been cooked with it. It's in you. I mean, you make it so beautiful, and it's so obvious that, I mean, it's good that you shared your story and your why. Now I think I understand you better. You want to show to people that you can actually thrive. You can do this and you can thrive in it. And I think you're doing a great job at it. Absolutely. Now, this is what you do. You are queen of customer service. All of us. I'm speaking for all of us customer service trainers in Ghana. This is our queen. All hail the queen. Tell us, some of the women in our network own their own businesses. Others are leaders. They are leading teams. And, businesses are there to make money, serve people, make money, right? And we all know that directly customer service impacts your bottom line. No two ways about it. What tips can you share with us to help us improve the customer services in our organization?
Okay. So before I give the tips on how we can improve the customer service in our business, I think that's one thing that I learned from my coaching with you in the past was really understanding your business model canvas. It's, for me at that time, was a big word for me. I'm like, what's BMC? But when you know your target market, it actually helps or answer one of your the ways of improving your customers, because you know your target. And so it makes it easy for you to focus on them, strategize on how to please these people rather than you are all over the place. So today you please these people, the next people are not the same as those people. So then you're struggling to really stay tuned as to what is the blueprint. Mm-hmm. Now, in Ghana, I believe across the world as well, but then especially in Ghana, we believe in finding the customer, which is customer acquisition, which is good, but where the money flow is the retention, keeping the customer. It's good to find the customer. It's better to keep the customer. Yeah. Now, in keeping the customer, you have to develop strategies that enhances the experience. Because when you deliver an exceptional service, that's just you delivering on your promise. The customer expects a good customer service delivery. The experience they get from the service that you're delivering, which has to do with everything, the way you're smiling, your body language, your professionalism, everything about the business is what enhances the experience. And then they decide that, okay, I want to stay with Priscilla because I like the way I feel about her business. I like the way the products meets my need. So number one, we need to identify our target or our niche. Number two, we must be more retention focused than acquisition. Because when you are retention focused, you know that, okay, I have 5, you can actually budget and plan with those 5 people. Rather than every day, you have 100 people. You don't know whether they will come back or not. But when you have retention, you strategize and you pay attention on retention, you know, I have 5 people, do or die. These people are loyal, they will come back. And then you can plan with that. You can strategize more on how to keep them loyal. Now, when they become an ambassador, you're not even there. You're not there. So retention is very key for me. And then I'll share a third tip, which is getting executive members of businesses or business owners to have the customer service conversation, to own it and not leave it to the employees as to, oh, customer service is for the receptionist. It's not for, you know, people in managerial level like us or people who own businesses. It's finding the right people and investing in them to deliver. You can't just say that, oh, I just want somebody, oh, you know, I want you to come and do customer service at my workplace. So if you sound nice and you dress well, that's okay for me. No, there are people who are nice, but they are not professional. And most of the time, you find nice people in businesses who lack the professionalism, they lack the enthusiasm, they lack the retentive memory that enhances the customer service journey and experience. So you don't just pick anybody for customer service because you think that it is at the end of the chain. It is actually supposed to be on top of the chain, because when I'm your house help or I'm your help, how you treat your children is how I'm going to treat them. So if I know that your children, they are not really important to you, you know, you scream at them, you shout at them. When you're not there and I'm doing saying, I don't feel guilty. Mm-hmm. So business owners should know that my customers are the reason I'm in business. They are the bloodline of the business. But fundamentally, you have 2 customers, which is something we don't really pay attention to here in Ghana. Because you have internal customers and the external customer. The external customer is the one that makes sure that the blood flows in the business. the internal customer is the one that makes sure the blood doesn't clog.
Mm-hmm.
So it is their job to make sure the blood is warm enough to flow in and out. But we don't pay attention to these people. And even when we have a platform or situation, we are always scared that an internal customer will speak up because probably they are not being paid well. They are not treated well. They don't feel important. Even the Atabe, when you can walk into an organization and just immediately know by how the employees are dressed that these people will not deliver exceptional service. They have to love everything about the business. They have to be happy about it. They have to be happy the way they look. They have to be happy themselves. Then they can project that positive energy onto the external customer. So retention is so important to me. And I'm encouraging business owners to pay attention. Even if you have one customer and you are able to turn that customer to become loyal, it means that you don't only have one customer, you have more than one because you don't know the work they're doing out there for you. So retention is important. Knowing your niche or your target is important. And experience is crucial.
See, I've taken my notes. You've just gone over my notes. I was coming to repeat these things you said, and you've said them for me. Thank you. And one of my favorite things is the paying attention to the internal customer bit. It's so easy for us to overlook them. I don't know why, but may God forgive us. My staff, are you listening? I love you, okay? As I'm sitting here, they are at Farm Hub working. They've been working all week, and I am just here also trying to bring in them.
Yeah. But they are getting the work done also.
Yeah, they are getting it done, absolutely. So I can have peace of mind. So that's a very good point. Thank you for bringing it up. And now, what I've been waiting to hear about. So a little beautiful bird tells me there is a conference called ICSS about to pop in Ghana. So tell us about International Customer Service Summit.
Oh, International Customer Service 2022. Amen. I'm so excited about that. So International Customer Service, as someone who's advocating for customer service, who is trying to help people to relearn and to pay more attention to customer service. International Customer Service Summit is a gathering of global speakers, business owners, CEOs, management, especially people in top management, to have a conversation. The global theme for the customer service this year is celebrating service. So our theme is celebrating service the executive way. So when we are able to have the customer service conversation in the boardroom, it will transcend down. So your boss is paying attention to the customer service. When he walked past the reception, when he walked past the hotel, when he walked past he is paying attention to how everybody is delivering service. And once we understand that, the customer service conversation in the boardroom will help everyone to continuously strategize in their mind as to how to create experience that will help us grow and sustain revenue. Because at the end of the day, if we're not growing revenue and we're not sustaining revenue, like one of my coaches said, yes, you can be smiling, but we have to make money. The money,
a good one.
The money is important. And the objective is that we want the participant to be enlightened, to relearn by seasoned speakers. Now, customer service is not just a local thing or a Ghana thing. It's a global conversation. And we want to be able to bring global speakers from across the world to come together, have that conversation, so that businesses over here will know that if I'm talking about customer service, I'm not just talking about customer service in my corner, or I'm having a global mindset when it comes to customer service, so that I will be able to use those narratives to positively enhance my business and put my business there. And when you join, when you register for the summit, when you come for the summit, you are telling the world that your brand is a customer-focused brand. And that is why people should buy from you. And so that's we're excited about it. It's coming off in October 12th and 13th, and we have amazing speakers. We have Dr. Duchamp. He's a professor in the US. He has expertise in hospitality. He has expertise in customer service. I mean, he's teaching customer service on a graduate level. We have Chairman Stephen Asian. He's a customer service expert and a coach from the telcos. We have Jerry Ham, who is also a customer experience person from the banking field. So we just have industry people. We have Dr. Edward Aka, who is the president of the Ghana Hotels Association. We have people, we have Odelia, we have Hector Wolf. These are industry people to have a conversation. So it's not just one industry. We have people from different industry to have a global conversation on customer service. How can we create and sustain revenue with customer service? Because customer service is the new refined gold. You know, so if you are not paying attention, I mean, COVID has taught us that it's not just about the product or the service. It is about the experience that your product is giving me, and it's about the experience your services are giving. So International Customer Service Summit, which is ICSS 2022, is coming live on October 12th and 13th. But the first week of October, which is a global celebration of customer service, we have an activity also called Customer Service on the Streets, which is part of the Customer Service Summit. It's targeting the formal sector on the 12th and 13th, and also paying attention to the informal sector. So we've targeted with a local, using our local dialect, Eyewu Subai, customer service on the streets, Eyewu Subai. Because if we want Ghana to be a hub of hospitable people, the government is talking about beyond the return. We want our brothers and sisters to come back from the diaspora, set up businesses here. Then we must give them a reason to, that across board, the market, retailers, health professionals, even our truck drivers, taxi drivers, should have a little bit knowledge about what customer service is all about. And it's simply your attitude. So customer service, Eyewu Subai. So if you want to tell your customers that you are a customer-focused brand, please, you need to get in touch with us to sponsor, to partner, so that we can have a beautiful summit and we can showcase you to the world that you're a business that pays attention to your customers.
Fabulous. And when you said the Eyewu Subai, I got my second goosebump from this interview. Well done. And you know that thing you said about people seeing that you are a customer-focused or customer-centric thing. It's so true. Like sometimes when I do trainings, I tell the participants, take pictures and post it on LinkedIn. Let people know that you are going through this training. It helps people know, okay, first of all, he's interested in self-development. Secondly, he went for this and learned that, so he's going to apply it. All these matter. And of course, there's the networking, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's definitely a great opportunity for people. And of course, I love the whole street thing. Ooh. What was I coming to say? I'm so excited. Don't mind me. Yes. So what kind of support do you need? Because you mentioned that people should come on board. In terms of support, what are you looking for?
So we're looking for accommodation, support, transportation. We're looking for the cash to be able to do amazing things. You know, we are flying our speakers to Ghana, and even our, renowned speakers here in Ghana, we have to take very good care of them. So we need a media. So we need media support. We need stationaries. We need hotels. We need rental company. We just want partnership and sponsorship to be able to have, give you also partners and sponsors and even the participants to come an experience of a lifetime, to know that customer service is not just icing on the cake. It is the cake itself.
The cake. It is the cake and the base. Ingredients, everything. Wow, that's amazing. And I'm just wishing people could see your face as you were describing it with that smile. I'm like, Priscilla, just go somewhere and do this smile and people will just come and say, please, madam, how can I help you? All right. Thank you for sharing that, and we look forward to making more noise about it as the time approaches, because I sincerely think more conversations around this subject of customer service should be had. We sit and say, oh, and Ghana, dear, our customer service, but it takes things like these to make it happen. So this is why we all need to support this attitude. Means it's your attitude, and honestly, that's what we need, an attitudinal change or improvement. It will go a long way, not just at work, but at home and in our relationships and all. So thank you for this vision. I think it's very beautiful. And the Lord is stamping it and making it poof. It will just poof. All right. So before I let you go, Priscilla, I've got a few questions. All you have to do is complete the sentences with a short phrase or sentence. The first one is, if I could advise my younger self in one short sentence, I would say,
love yourself and don't wait for people's approval.
This is the second time I've heard a version of this, this whole loving ourselves. I don't know if there's a way to open our heads and put this in. Help us. It will help all of us. So thank you for sharing that. The second one is, I am fabulous because
I'm fabulous because I carry the goodness of God in my power smile wherever I go.
Oh, man. Thank you. And then finally, one book that has greatly helped me in business is?
Well, I have so many books, but the book that I felt that it did magic to my mind, my system, and my business is Who Moved That Cheese?
Oh, goosebumps number 3.
Oh my God. If I would read that book over and over again, it's so, when you look at the title, Who Moved My Cheese, you'll be like, what kind of book is this?
I know, right?
But when you start the book, it's not just for business, it's for your entire life. It's a mindset. It's a book that reorients you, the way you look at things, the way you think about things. And I think I love it because I could see myself in the book, like literally with someone who is very visual and always painting pictures in my head. I could just see myself moving through the process, and it's very sad how people don't progress and they just hold on to. Because when I was reading the book, I just saw my life, starting business, and the other people that I know. I actually know someone who is in that same spot. Like that's, and I'm like, oh, but Who Moved My Cheese? In fact, if you haven't read it, you need to find it and read it. Amma is always sharing books. So you have to, when she shares a book, you know that is the ish. So I love that book. That book really helped me, my business and my mindset and the way I look at things. Yeah.
Bless you for sharing. Now, my final question. How do we find this Power Smile ambassador? How do we get her to come to our company and train us and give us this anointing of Power Smile? And how do we read more about the conference? Where do we buy tickets? How do we support? How?
Thank you so much, Ama, for that question. So I'm on Instagram, all our social media at Customers Africa or Wellipris. So every information regarding whatever we do you can find it at Customers Africa or Wellipris. Where to get tickets? You can get my number. I would like to share my number. You can call me on 0242 861098. 0242 861098 so that I can give you more information about how you can partner, how you can sponsor, how you can support, where to buy tickets, and where to find any other information regarding the summit. You can also send me an email if you're an email person on csafrica014@gmail.com. csafrica014@gmail.com. We're currently rebranding our website just for the summit. So as soon as it's ready, you will see it on all our social media handles. And so join me together. Let's make Ghana proud. Let's showcase our hospitality in our attitude and, let's wear Power Smiles. We do that and improve upon our businesses.
As you were talking, I was just picturing our president sipping coffee and looking at you and thinking, wow, you mean she's one of my daughters? She's feeling so proud of you. Oh my gosh, Priscilla, there's something about you. You have this beautiful aura of beauty, of quality service. It's interesting you mentioned the executive, the 2-day being for executive, because there's that thing about you, there's finesse, and it's just beautiful. So keep it up. God will not allow anything to dim your light, because you have a very
Amen.
Thank you so much for making time, and you and we will continue backstage.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Amma. Thank you. You've always been promoting my business and, improving upon ourselves, and I'm just so grateful, and thank you. Thank you for all the opportunities. And guys, when Amma endorse your business, it's the ish. So you need not let me say more.
What a beautiful conversation that was. She managed to just give me a series of goosebumps. As always, I don't know where the people I interviewed get the goosebumps from, but like I was telling another person I interviewed the other time, if I could sell these, I would be a millionaire, and they will all get their commission as well. I had really very important aha moments, and one of my biggest takeaway was, when she talked about paying attention to the internal customers. I teach customer service as well, or train on it, and I talk about this, but it's also important to hear it from others, to get that reminder. Sometimes we take them for granted. We take our staff for granted, no matter what it is that they do. Listen, without them, there's a lot we cannot do. So thank you very much, Priscilla, for this beautiful conversation. I'm so excited for her that she's also having this conference, the summit. And please check her out. Go on and check her out on Instagram, Facebook, and follow her, support this cause, because imagine what will happen to us. Okay, so let me just say this thing that I just remembered. Somebody was talking about how a lot of time you invest in training staff and they go away And I remember telling her that, well, actually, they don't just go away, but they go away with all the knowledge that you've given them. So imagine training your own staff on customer service, and consistently, all of us are training our staff on customer service. Collectively, will improve the customer service in the entire community. And this is something that we greatly need. So this is the sort of summit that I want to encourage, especially business owners, to attend. Like Priscilla said, business owners should own the whole customer service process and not just leave it to some department and think, oh, customer service is the department. Like Priscilla said, it's your attitude. So let's really get involved in this. And before I let you go, let me just remind you that Mind Your Business is a free resource. All the content is out there. You can listen to it, get others to listen, and then you can get tips to improve yourself as an individual and to improve your business. If you want to work with me one-on-one as your coach, trainer, consultant, or in any other form, it starts with a discovery call. Kindly click on the link in the caption that says book a discovery call with me and let's have a conversation. Until same time next week, Tuesday, 12 noon GMT. It's ta, toodles, bye.